What's up everyone, Bloodlust9 here, back at you again with another World of Tanks video, and this time I'm going to preview here this beauty that everyone has completely forgotten what happened to it. The AMX M4 45, the Tier 7 French heavy tank. A tank that everyone has completely forgotten, except for those who are trying to get the AMX M4 45, and that went nuts. You know, think about this one compared to the others. What was odd about this is that, well, it wasn't aligned for the AMX 50s. And the AMX 50s are autoloaders without armor. Yes, there's the Churchill basically shooting my butt going, hello. So the AMX 50s just didn't have armor. So the AMX M445, unfortunately being the French tier heavy tank, it ended up being like most of the others. Really no armor. So that was the unfortunate thing about it. And a lot of people did struggle with it. You're a heavy tank with a decent gun. You have a 90 mil. You have a really good 90 mil. Of 212 pen, 240 damage with 259 gold, which is pretty average for most of the tier 8s. And here you're at a tier 7 with it. So you have a really good 90 millimeter. And basically really good speed. Other than that, that's about it. That was the problem with the AMX for a long time. It wasn't until about a while ago, from last year or a year and a half ago, they buffed it. And that's one thing I wanted to show you about this match. Now, not going to see much about the buff, but they explain about the buff as well with the AMX. When they buffed this, I got the AMX back as quickly as possible because I couldn't believe it. Now, they didn't improve the gun handling, as you might see here a few times against the Pollack. And unfortunately, see, there's one. Boom. I shoot the shot, hit the side, missed those tires. So they didn't improve the accuracy, but what was it that they buffed the AMX for? Well, as we see, not so much good at the accuracy. Well, what did they buff? They buffed the frontal armor of this thing. Because again, here you are as the heavy tank, just going out, being pinned by everything as you had no armor. They buffed the front armor, the front hull, the upper glacis to 140 millimeters, so that's still not much. That Pollack can still pin it. Unfortunately missed another shot. And the Pollack decides to fire gold because unfortunately he didn't realize that he was shooting my track. Pop over, actually get a shot off. And again, the 240 average damage is really not that bad for a tier 7. It's really good. So I have to be careful that he can pin my upper glacis, and ooh, there's the Crusader SP with that crappy gun. And unfortunately, I look back and go, wait, I also have a Crusader with a crappy gun. This is going to be interesting. But anyway, so yeah, the upper glacis was buffed to have 140 armor, but what was interesting is people forgot is the turret. And that's what I really wanted to talk about so much, about this tank. Now, recently they did a buff earlier this year of the American Tier 6 M6. They increased its, or actually right around the same time they did this one, I believe. They increased, unfortunately they got a pin there, the M6's frontal armor as well. Its frontal hull got increased, but it barely still didn't do anything. You could still pen the front of it, no problem, with equal tier tanks, and even some tier 5s can pen it. It was the turret that everyone was having a problem with, going, okay, this is crazy. Why did they buff the turret? Because now the M6, being already a tall profile tank, can get in situations that most can't. It's about as tall as the Pollack, or a little taller, with great gun depression. Ooh, that hurt. So I'm sitting here and I'm just chipping away at this Pollack now since he made the mistake. Tiger 1 shows up, no, we don't get him. Crusader's now going nuts over here. So I'm like, I figured I'll just go get rid of him, and boom, got him. Finished him off. And I'm like, you know what? My team's looking at him. I'll let the Tiger go out. Unfortunately, I am going to the line of fire of that Crusader because I'm like, I gotta get rid of this SU-100. I'm like, okay, I gotta back off because that Crusader's looking at me. He's turning. Thankfully, he has very slow turn radius. Oh, got hit again. Unfortunately, this SU-100, it's the SU-101, I believe, is getting nerfed, not this one, hopefully. So, yes, unfortunately, do manage to outpace him, get him again, and that Crusader is just, going to town on me. Oh yeah, that's what, the 5th one in a row he hit me with? Oh man, he's just going to town. I'm trying to dodge and move, like, oh crap, he's going to get me if I'm stuck here, but thankfully got out the way. Woo-hoo. So I'm like, okay, M2's all that's left, quick. Let's not go in and type in the chat, rush him, he's all by himself, there's 5 of us, let's get him. Let's go get him. So I tried to take the first shot to get his attention, and I'm like, oh, they're going to push down, then I was like, what? Oh, Tiger 1 popped up, they're not going to rush him now, they want that Tiger 1 death. I'm like, what in the world are you guys doing? So I'm trying to pop out and get him again. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm dealing with the M2 myself. Now, what I do is I'm doing this situation, like I said, with the upper turret, how much armor they buffed it, I haven't mentioned yet. There's the block. What was interesting, they buffed the top turret of this, like the M6, they buffed it so much. It is 200 millimeters. The front turret of this tank is 200 millimeter armor. Now, that's not equivalent to the T-29, which right now I'm going to take advantage of this Tiger 1, poor guy. I'm like, come on, guys, let's do this. And take him home, so poor guy. Now, unfortunately, it's definitely not like the T-21s. T-21's frontal armor with that upgraded turret is still insane, but thankfully T-29 has actually gone down in win rate since they nerfed that 105. Now, you can still play the T-29. Ooh, that Crusader's just wanting me. You can still play that T-29 just as successful with the 105, just not as high, as much damage now, which it needed. It was super strong. But again, I'm pointing out here, thankfully I missed the 25, I'm pointing out here that, hey, why is everyone forgetting about this tank? They buffed this turret armor too up to 200, so why is nobody complaining about this one, but they're complaining about the M6? And I'm looking and realized, and I thought to myself, well, I'm not seeing a whole lot of these in the matchmaking. Everyone's forgetting about it. So I'm rushing down. The D25 has to go. And unfortunately, take a huge hit from the Dicker Max, which is big old 12-8. Yeah, Dicker Max has a big gun. Cromwell gets a shot, and I got a shot back. Tagged you back. How'd you like that? But yeah, I've realized nobody's really playing this tank. They've forgotten about it. Like, they forgot that this thing got an armor of 2 like the M6, and that turret armor is huge. Even though you can easily pen this thing's full, you can do the same thing with the M6. So I'm like, why? What's going on? Why is everyone complaining about the M6 but not this one? M6 did need it, because you're a big overgrown tank with no armor. This one needed too. You're a big overgrown tank with no armor. So I'm like, okay. So anyways, back to this match. Explaining about AMX. I'm like, I can't believe it. So in this match right now, here's the Dicker Max who shot me. And boom, get a shot off. So what's been going on so far, as you've been seeing with me yapping over here. I mean, already just going nuts with this tank. You saw with the turret armor just blocked from the M2, but that Crusader going to town. So I'm down to 294, but look at the damage I've done so far. I'm about to ready to get in position to help this Challenger to take out the Jagdpanzer. Unfortunately, my gun angle. I can't raise it. No, let's get it. No, did it, and there, got a shot. BK-28, okay, keep him there, Challenger. I'm helping you. So I get ready for another shot. I am spotted because it is a light tank. I do get the shot off. I'm like, okay, Challenger, you got this. Stay right there, and I can get him. Where are you going? Oh. Alrighty, here I am. 3,700 damage. 4,000 combined with this tank. And again, it used to be a tank that everyone just hated. They loathed this thing. On their way to the AMX M445, this was the one that they had the most problem with. The BDR, the Tier 5 BDR and the Tier 6 AR-44 were monsters. Captain Base, Basoto pops up, and Basoto takes a shot, and ooh, Basoto takes a shot back. Now you're gonna hear dunk. Oh, Crusader's on us now, because that Crusader's still alive. Remember, there's 2 Crusaders, but one of them has that short-range gun. That crappy, what is that? Is that a 6-inch? He's going to town on a T-150, like, you better move. So I sit here just in case the Basoto pops out and spots us. Thankfully, T-150 moves out the way, and he's missing. Whew. T-150 was about to be ended there. Thankfully, then I look at the map, T-34, oh, he runs in front of the Basoto, gets him out. Yay! So I'm like, okay, what do I do now? And I'm like, wait, all that's left is the 2 Crusaders, one who could probably kill us all, and the Jumbo right there. Super Hellcat takes a shot, backs off. I'm like, okay, if we take out the Jumbo, we got this in the bag. So I decided to push, not Cap, decided to push and take more. That was when I looked here and just realized, wait a minute, as I'm blabbing out here and just mentioned it briefly, if you noticed, I'm still at 3,700 damage with 438 assists. That's still 4,000, 4,100 combined. But then look at, I just realized how much kills I had. 6 kills. Granted, it's relatively easy to do for any heavy tank if you get in the right position being high tier. But even then, this tank even at high tier struggled at that because you had little to no armor. So that was the interesting thing. That's why I got this tank back really quick. I didn't wait for it to be on track. I just got it. I was like, man, this is mine. Because I really wanted to try it out with this upgrade. And yes, this supposedly can be a contender. And watch. So, of course, I missed. But we're going to see about this armor going on effect, too, with the turret armor, because I'm not exposing my hole. Look at this. Nope, doesn't do it. Nope, doesn't do it again. That turret armor, 200, is high. The Jumbo, I don't even think the Jumbo with Gold rounds can do that. There I am, 3960 with 635 assists. I'm like, oh, I'm 40 away from 4,000. Go and chat, I'm like, oh, almost 4,000. Oh no. Soto just comes and comments me after that too. He's like, go, 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 go. So I just make a funny thing here. Like, even though it's buffed, it's still decently fast, but not super fast. So I'm like, I'm running. I gotta find this Crusader, get 4,000 damage. Go, go, go. Because I can't believe it. AMX M4 I've never gotten this. Well, actually, I did. But quick, give me some beans. I need some beans. I need bean power. There he is. I'm like, oh, crap. That's not good. Because Masoto was going to find him and then leave him for me. Nope. There he is, and everyone's hungry. Oh, they want the piggy. They want the bacon. Oh, they want the bacon. Bacon. We must eliminate the pig. Missed shot. I thought I had high hopes. I'm like, no, I don't think so. Super Hellcat's going to get him. I must get the pig. Must get him. No. Nope. Super Hellcat got him. So unfortunately, I didn't get 4,000 damage. But again, just look at that. Just look at that. 3,960 damage with 635 assists. That is still well over 4,500 combined with the AMX M4 45, the French Tier 7, bring in the heat that everyone's completely forgotten. And I'm still surprised nobody's been talking about this one. And then when I went to tomato.gg to see where is it at with all the other heavy tanks, I am shocked with the stats on it too. I'm very surprised. This one is unfortunately at 49.86? And just above it, no, 49.89, and just above it by 0.03 more. 0.03% more was the Tiger 1 at 49.02. I'm like, what in the world's going on here? And I looked at the rest, and the T29, surprisingly, is not even a full percent above this tank. I'm like, what's going on? So when looking at tomato.gg, I was shocked. Almost all Tier 7 heavy tanks, aside from the ISs and the KV-122, which the KV-122 got crappy since they got rid of the, vert stabs on Tier 7. That hurt the KV-122 a lot. But besides those, almost every other Tier 7 tank, heavy tank, is right there with each other. I'm like, this is beautiful. I was about to have a tear just seeing that. I couldn't believe it. It was so beautiful seeing all the medium tanks, all the heavy tanks, Tier 7 heavy tanks being so close to each other. It's just the Russian tanks that need some loving. So hopefully they do that since they gave this thing some love, and I'm surprised nobody's been talking about it since it got buffed the same time with the M6. So go right ahead, get this tank back, and give it a try. Let me know. Do know, again, the upper Glacius here is only 140, so they can still pin that. But use your turret, use your head, use your noggin. That's a 200. I mean, look, as you can see, where the M2 failed and the Jumbo failed. Use your noggin. That's 200. I'm surprised nobody's been talking about this. To me, I believe this tank is almost as a contender against the T29, especially since the T29's 105 has been nerfed. So let me know what you think about the AMX M445. Have you been having a great time with this tank? Did you get it back? Have you tried it since it's been buffed? And hopefully you're having a good time if you're working your way to get the Tier 10 AMX M445. So let me know in the comments what you think about this tank. Was it a good decision that they buffed this? Did it really need it? Is it like the buff of the M6? Is it going to be controversial when everyone finds out? So let me know what you think down in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And click that subscribe button so you know when I do more videos like this. And while you're at it, I was doing this match live on Twitch, where I was going insane, couldn't believe what I had, and this ended up being a new record for Mastery Badge. So if you want to see this live, head on over to Twitch, twitch.tv/bloodlustknight. Hit that follow button there and know when I'm on. So thank you all so much for watching this. Stay safe, and until then, I will see you all next time.